everyone, it's Christy. I am back with another scrapbooking process video. I am so glad you made your way to my channel. Today is a YouTube hop. It's part of a Facebook paper crafting YouTubers hop, and it is Pinkfresh Friday. So I'm going to be using all the Pinkfresh today. I decided to go ahead and try the monthly challenge, which looks so fun, and it is called Shimmer and Shine. So, no, yes, July is all about shimmer and shine. I'm reading it now and it says June, but it's definitely July. So, I'm gonna add some shimmer and shine. I'm gonna complete this page with all the Pinkfresh things. I hope that you will. All right, friends, so the first thing I did was I took a piece of this Vicki Boutin foundation paper, took my Liquitex white gesso, and just spread it all along the page. I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do at this point, but the best thing to do is to prep the background so that I can do whatever mixed media I want. That's the joy of gessoing your background. So I spread it nice and even. What I do is I scrape it with this Vicki Boutin tool, and then I just put it right back in the bottle. I scrape it off into the top there, and this will be ready to go. And now I'm flipping through papers. I've kind of decided what I wanted to do, picking out papers that I think will work. I'm going to go ahead with this stencil and do some molding paste. So I put molding paste all along the back, and that's that. All right, friends, so I had to make a change. I redid my background because, you guys, I really didn't like this at all. The way the gold sprayed, I just was not impressed. So I redid the background. I'll salvage that for something else, and did the modeling paste. So I just wanted to kind of interrupt programming to show you. So now I'm going to add my sprays and all of that, and keep going with this project. Try to redeem what I'm doing here. All right, so I got my Shimmers Sweetheart and Hint of Mint sprays to use here on the background. I just sprayed it right on top of that molding paste. Here it is dry, and now I am flicking some body dots, some splatters on the end. Usually what I do is I just pull out the nozzle and use the end of the nozzle to flick them on. The pink wasn't working as well, so I had to dab it on there. But this was my idea from the beginning, is to use this piece of pattern paper on top. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm just edge distressing all along the edges. I end up pushing it all the way to the top. I really like the shape of this blue paper, so I'm going to use this green that matches that Hint of Mint perfectly right under here to make multiple layers. So I have a pink layer and a green layer. I'm going to cut this and adhere it together. Of course, adding my distress all along the edges because that's just how I roll. I love this Tim Holtz edge distresser, and yeah, I've been using it for years. Decided to pull out these title bits. This is just an ephemera pack full of words, and I picked out a couple of different words to use over here. I have cool and amazing, and I thought that would work perfectly. I haven't even picked out my picture, but I'm looking through these tags and envelopes, and I'm going to end up just going with that one that has the kind of ticket edge. It'll end up tucking behind most of the sides of the paper. All right, so I pulled out this 6x6 piece of paper and decided that I was going to fussy cut this wreath out and use it as an element. I ended up going ahead and putting it on fast forward because it's kind of boring to watch somebody fussy cut. So I'm going to end up tucking it behind the pictures. This is a 6x6 piece of paper from the 6x6 paper pad. I love this paper, and I love how it looks because it kind of outlines that picture. This, what am I documenting? Oh, this picture that is of my whole family. My sister and brother-in-law got married, so we had a little celebratory dinner. I ended up using this gold paper here. I layer it under the picture, tear off the pink, so it's just peeking out. And you guys, I'm super happy with how that turned out. I feel like this was a happy accident, because I probably wouldn't have done this had I not rejected that first draft of the background. So I tuck it behind here, and now I'm looking for some more 6x6 papers to tuck behind the pictures and add some layers, because you know I love my layers. So I end up using this kind of variegated ombre pink. I put this one here, but this one ends up getting pushed to the side for this more minty one that doesn't have like that bright yellow around the edge. So that's perfect, just right there is how I like it. These are gold die cuts, tabs, labels, that's it, from Freckled Fawn. Going through my ephemera that I have stored in these dollar spot little containers, I put them all in there to keep them straight, and I'm just picking out the things that would match all the minty and pink things. And yeah, I picked out the word hello. I added the word happy as well. The happy is definitely gold foiled. Loving how this is turning out. I'm going to go ahead and pop this up on some foam. This foam is from Dollar Tree, so that's why I don't mind that I use so much on this page, because I've had it for quite some time. It comes in a pack of 3. This is the thickest, and then it has 2 thinner ones. Edge distressing my little wreath. And my ATG gun is on the fritz. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna have to figure it out. My husband's like, just buy a new one, but I feel like I should try to fix it. Even though I've had it for like, who knows, 10 years, I don't even know, a long time. But I don't know. All right, sorry, went off on a tangent. Just showing you how that gold shimmers and shines. Gonna layer this picture right here on top. Puts, of course, edge distress the edges of this as well before I put it on the background. I'm gonna use my edge distresser on the edge of each of these papers, put it back on behind the picture to add all of my multiple layers. Alright, so my ATG gun works there just fine, but you're going to see later that it gives me havoc again. Alright. So, sorry, I keep yawning. Alright, so I'm going to layer this. I'm going to end up cutting that piece in half, the green piece, and putting some at the top and some at the bottom. Felt like it was a waste to just put it all behind there. So putting that there, then gonna add some pieces and parts. There we go. More foam tape, because more is more. I'm gonna have to find something a little bit more cost effective, because I love my foam tape. But I'm trying to get rid of this stuff because it's a pain in the butt to have. There's not much on the rolls, so. Alright, this is looking so good. Alright, I'm going to layer finally that Freckled Fawn label up top of the picture. I'm going to put this hello up on some foam. I'm going to probably pop up the word cool as well, but I don't use the foam on that. I use foam dots that I get from Close to My Heart. So here I'm looking for a label that might work as well. End up tossing that to the side and trying to figure out what I want to finish off the picture. It felt lopsided, so I ended up fussy cutting another one of the wreaths out, and you see it on the page there. I spared you from the fussy cutting video, or part of the video again. I found this tab, another label. This is the sticker label from Pinkfresh, and I put it up top. I cut it and put it up top, and there goes the wreath down there. I'm trying to even it out so that it matches the other wreath on the other side. Not that that matters much. And I'm going to tuck that piece, that label in there. Oh, there's my stinking ATG gun. So aggravating. I'm going to go ahead and glue the background down and get that situated to make sure that it's the way I want it, and also work on the title work. I end up putting some up on foam dots and some I kept flat on the page. I like the elements where you pop some up and you leave some flat. It really adds some texture and dimension to the page and more visual interest to me. Picking out some florals from the floral die cut pack to layer behind the pictures. I end up not going with that rose, so it's going to stay there for a minute, but I'm going to come back to it. I love the way the title looks. Hello, cool, amazing, happy. And I'm going to put the word family down there. So I fiddle with this title a lot. I end up sticking stuff and taking stuff off and all of that. All right, so I cut the tab, no, the big old label. This is from the envelope pack. I end up cutting it in half so that I can put half on one side and half on the other. And gonna stick this down with all of this foam tape glory. I definitely want the picture to be straight, so I'm going to use my T-square ruler to make sure that it's straight, because that's one thing that I definitely want to do. Titles and pictures, unless I have the picture cattywampus, and then I don't care. But all right, here we go. Gonna end up doing this title now. I'm gonna pull out my foam dots that are from, I believe they're from Close to My Heart. I keep them in this little container. Put them down on the back, and that way hello and amazing will be popped up. I did not pop up the no, hello and cool will be popped up. Amazing and happy I did not pop up because I wanted some elements to be flat, and honestly the font is very thin, so I didn't want to test my luck at adding too much, trying to put little tiny dots on the back to pop it up. So I'm going to use my wet adhesive. This is my Scotch Quick Dry in my fine line bottle, and it works great, especially when you use gesso or mixed media on the background. It really adheres nicely. So that's going to go there. The word happy is going to go right in that little nestled part. Love that for sure. Making sure it's straight. And putting the top back on. I always put the lid back on because I don't want it to dry out. I switch out some of the florals and put them under there. Okay, this piece I'm gonna put on, and then it's gonna end up coming off. It was too much. I probably could have left it, but I felt like it was just a lot. There's already a lot of words. Hello, cool, amazing, happy. So adding this one was just, I felt, took it to it crossed the line of the too much. So I ended up taking that off. But I'm gonna glue down these florals behind this little cutout edge and end up using the other half for this part. Really like how that turned out, peeking out of that. So just thinking and thinking about what I like to do, I got out my letter stickers, the puffy stickers, and started working on the rest of the title. I was gonna put family, but it was just too small. I felt like hello and cool were nice and big, and this was just way too small. So I'm gonna spell out family, but then I'm gonna take it off and switch it out for the gold scripty font. But I have to say, guys, these Pinkfresh little bitty alphas are fantastic, and I feel like if the Pinkfresh gods are listening, I would like a sheet of an entire color. So like a pink sheet, a mint sheet, a yellow sheet, you know what I'm saying? Like an essentials line with just like the one color. So that's all. If I had a little genie, that's what I would wish for. Oh, my scrappy wishes. All right, so now I'm putting family. Really, really like how this looks much better. So I'm going to take, I don't know why I moved family over like Hello, cool, amazing, happy family. You guys, I don't know what I'm thinking. So I'm taking the rest of this label and putting it here, but I end up taking that off as well. So I decided to go with forever. So it's going to say, hello, cool, amazing family forever. And it's like literally nestled perfect. I'm going to get it just so that all the letters fit just in there. I love the way this turned out. And I use the mint and the pink to kind of go with the rest of the page. So I took a lot of time on this page and made a lot of not boo-boos, just like auditioning things and moving them off and sticking things down and then not liking it. So, you know, that's how the creative process works for me. All right, so I felt like I needed another pop of that bright pink down here. So I got this label out. It says my happy place. So I'm going to take off the label, put on the banner that says my happy place, take off the other banner, and that's going to be my title, just like that. So I auditioned. I thought about some of these enamel dots, but you guys, these sequins from Rachel Talman are absolutely perfect. They are called Lumiere, you know, from Beauty and the Beast. So if they're still available, I'm going to link them for you, but they were the perfect addition to this layout. And, you know, the theme is all about sparkle, so they definitely help the page to sparkle. I found this big tab in the envelope pack, and I added that to there. And it says, always want to remember this. And so I'm going to move the Y up a little bit so it stays on the page and I don't have to cut it off. And then I'm going to add some more of these Beautimus sequins. I will link Rachel's shop down below because she has sequin mix subscription and she does some great mixes, so you have to check her out. All right, decided to tear a little piece. I probably didn't need to do this, but I wanted some more of this mint down here, so I'm going to cut this piece off and layer it down there underneath the cut part. And then that's going to be it. I'm going to make some gold splatters and call it done. Add my journaling to the top. And I use a gold pen and a gold stamp pad to put the date up there. And I really love how this turned out, you guys. Like, super, super love it. So I'm going to have some close-ups for you. Thank you for being here. Be sure to check out all the other people that are taking part in the hop. And I will see you again soon. Bye.